Hello everyone, so today we'll be looking at Fans Toys FT46 Tesla 2.0, and here he is. Very cartoon accurate rendition of the Autobots scientist, Perceptor. And so here's the box that it comes in. Pretty cool. You have a picture of Perceptor in bot mode, and I don't know what the hell this is, some kind of Cybertronian tank or something. That mode stinks, and I won't be going over that. And the microscope mode, the one that we know. And on the back, it's kind of a bio tech spec, well, not necessarily a tech spec, kind of a bio on him. Kind of explains how this version, his microscope is stronger, and just some other things that I don't really get into the bios too much. This is Fans Toys' second release of their interpretation of a Perceptor. The first one is FT9, and that one, in my opinion, is more toy accurate, G1 toy accurate. And I actually have him, and if I can remember, when I go home, I'll do a comparison between the two in terms of how they look. And so let's look at some more of the accessories that comes with this guy. So comes with your instruction booklet, which I should have had out already. Instruction booklet and another little bio card. And on the back of this, you have a little QR code that you can scan to go to the company's website. You know, if you want to see a transformation, even though I'm going to go over transformation here, but you can also do that too. So you can like pause this and take a picture of that QR code if you want. Yeah. So here's the little bio card. I like that Fans Toys puts the year on the boxes and on these bio cards. Just a cool little detail that I appreciate. And again, your tech specs. Of course, that's written in I guess Japanese. Don't read Japanese. But yeah. So. All right, so yeah, he comes with 7 heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 additional heads, including the one he has on now, which he came with that head in the box. Comes with 2 face sculpts or different face options. There's one. And that's the other. And he comes with your typical Perceptor weapons. This gun came with the G1 toy and all the renditions of Perceptor afterwards, and so did this little handheld missile launcher, it looks like. It'd be kind of cool if you can press this down and shoot it. You can't. And these are painted, the red on both are painted, as I would expect from Fans Toys. This red solid chest plate, and you can swap this translucent one out for this, and I'm actually going to show you how to do that. And yeah, that's it in terms of the accessories he comes with. So let me show you how to swap out the chest piece. So you want to bring that midsection here out like this. And actually, while I'm talking about this midsection, so when you get them out the box, that little crotch piece right there isn't flipped out. So you have to flip that out. So pull that chest pleat out. It comes with it tucked in like this. Yeah. So that's him out the box. So I'm gonna pull that out. You see that little ledge right there? You wanna flip that out like that. And I go from the bottom and grab it like that and kind of keep it out and flip it back down. Bam, and you got it. All right, so in order to swap out chest pieces, put his arms down so I can go ahead and open it up. It's 2 tabs. It tabs into the chest right there. And once it's flipped down, you'll see tabs which hold that translucent, that clear piece in. It's 4 tabs, so you just want to push on those tabs. Push them out. And you can do this with your finger, or if you have a spudger, I guess you can use that. Just enough so you can get your fingernail up under there. And pull it on out. Let me push on it more. There you go. Pull that out. And we grab the solid red one. And flip it the right side up. And just stick it in. Snaps right in. And you can go ahead and re-tab the chest. And make sure that crotch piece is out. And snap it on back down. Bam, there you have Perceptor. The new red chest. Yep, and that's the one actually I'm gonna to display him in. All right, so for his guns, again we talked about the guns already, but they come your typical masterpiece fashion. The handle has the tabs on it. These tabs have the corresponding slots in the palms of his hands. And essentially all you do is line the peg up, stick it on in there. Easy for me to say. Here we go. Curl the fingers around, thumb. That's one gun. You take this little missile, handheld missile. Oh, the missile does come off. I didn't know that. So I'm kind of glad that fell off like that. It doesn't shoot off, but it can come off. It's a neat little detail. I mean, again, I'm all about the details. So I think that's pretty cool that they did that. Tab that one in. Curl his fingers around. That's it. Butt flap is. And there you go. Ready for war. And also, his shoulder cannon, that can extend up. Actually, I have it extended up already, but it can, it can sit down like that. And, or you can have it extended up like I had it, just for maneuverability. And I don't know if you know that, but this, you can twist that out. It's more for microscope mode, but again, it's another detail that they didn't have to do, but they did. And again, I kind of expect that from Fansoys. And, so far as all the heads that I mentioned earlier, so you can, it's very easy to swap heads. So you can just go back here, grab them, and just pull forward. And it comes off. It just slides on and off. Very easy. I'll put, how about crazy whacked out? Yeah, I'm gonna put the whacked out Perceptor on with the Call of Duty Radical Eye. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with that. And also, again, if you want to swap out the face, and what's the deal with these little goatees? Like, what is that about on robots? That's neither here nor there. So yeah, on the back, you see these screws. So essentially, just pop the screws out, and the helmet separates. You can see that line that goes down the middle right there. Pull it apart, and that's a little peg. You stick that on, and you screw it back on, and you'll have a new face. I like the faces that already come on the helmets. They come in these, in each head, so I probably won't do that. But you have that options, You have that option if you want to do that. And I think that's pretty cool. And yeah. All right, so for his guns, again, we talked about the guns already, but they come your typical masterpiece fashion. The handle has the tabs on it. These tabs have the corresponding slots in the palms of his hands. And essentially all you do is line the peg up, stick it on in there. Easy for me to say. Here we go. Curl the fingers around, thumb. That's one gun. You take this little missile, handheld missile. Oh, the missile does come off. I didn't know that. So I'm kind of glad that fell off like that. It doesn't shoot off, but it can come off. It's a neat little detail. I mean, again, I'm all about the details. So I think that's pretty cool that they did that. Tab that one in. Curl his fingers around. That's it. Butt flap is. And there you go. Ready for war. All right, so let's take a closer look at him. So, he has good heft to him. There's a lot of die cast in there. You can see, even in this video, I'm not saying the quality is the best, but you can't see that premium paint, like that finish. It's not a metallic paint, and it's not a flat paint. It's somewhere in between, but it's very high quality. It's very good looking. And this crotch area is kind of a smoke. I don't know if that's a gun smoke or some kind of metal gray. It looks very good. These blue parts look like plastic to me, but they could be painted. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm the expert at seeing that. But to my eye, they don't look painted. Just looks like blue plastic, but it could be painted. And again, the overall look, in terms of like shelf presence and all that, he looks good. He fits in with with the official line and with my other fans toys. I have a lot of fans toys, masterpieces, and when I put him on the shelf next to him, I mean, he fits, he scales properly. And again, that's with the official line too. And he's clean, man. Like if you look at the back of him, it's not like a lot of kibble or they have everything pretty much tucked away nicely, and it's just a clean figure, man. I'm pretty happy with it so far. So far, in terms of articulation, it's kind of a tension joint there. Not kind of, it is a tension joint if I'm not mistaken. Tension joint going out. You hear that noise, that squeaky. When you get these fans toys here, especially like the later releases, they come so tight. I mean, they're new, and you probably can put a little oil in there or something, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I want to tell you to put oil on your toy and it, destroys the paint or something. But there's probably an easy fix out there if you Google it. Looks like a single joint at the elbow, but it gets you a pretty good distance. More than I would need for what I need, what I'm going to use them for. Here's an ab crunch. I'll move the arm out the way so you can see it better. Not a huge one, but it's enough for me. Do a 360 with the head. And again, this cannon piece can come up. It's on a double joint, and you can kind of pose that however you want to. Ab crunch. Let's check out the legs. You can pull up the hip skirts if you want to get full range of motion. And just like everything else on this, because it's new, I think it's tight. Get that butt flap up, hip skirt up, and So it's a strong tension joint going out because it can hold that pose with no problem. Doesn't feel like, it's not a loose. That's another thing about a lot of the Fans Toys releases. It doesn't have that flimsy look. Like you can, shake this around. It's going to hold the pose for the most part. So it does have a ratchet, a pretty strong ratchet too, going forward at the hip. That's a pretty strong ratchet. And at the knees, double jointed. So from this point down, it's like a tension. And from the knee up, that's where the ratchet is. And that's a pretty good range of motion. And that's it. Oh, you get an ankle rock. Pretty good ankle tilt, so you can, you have some options in terms of posing. And that's it. Or each finger, all the fingers are on a separate joint. And 2 joints actually. And they're all connected on the base by a pin. And the thumb is on its own individual ball peg, and you can kind of pose that how you want to pose it. Hey, thumbs up, buddy. So that's it in terms of articulation. All right, so let's go ahead and get them transformed. So first, I kind of like to straighten everything up. And you want to put that arm up. And you want to twist this. Okay. You want to twist this hand around 180 degrees. Lay the thumb down. Curl the fingers over. Open this panel. And tuck it on in there. Snap that back. Collapse the forearm onto the shoulder piece. And bring this arm flap up like that. And obviously we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So up. It's pretty much already in a fist. Let me lay the thumb down. I always lay the thumb down. This is a pretty common thing in terms of how they hide the hands. And I always put the thumb down so I don't break it when I put it in. And let me rotate it around and tuck it on in there. Collapse it. And all right, so we want to get these shoulder arm combinations down, and I'll do it like this. This side always gives me issues, so I'm gonna try to get my fingernail in there. If I had my sponger, it'd be much easier. Let me do this side first now. All right, that's one side. Fingernail, there we go. So, got that. All right, so I don't know if you can see in there or not, but there's a pivot point right there on both sides. That's the anchor point where we want to swing these arms up. So we're going to swing this one over first. Swing it up like that. Get that back at a 90-degree angle. And this little flat panel right here will flip down and peg into this female end into that male end. And trying to line it up. There we go. And ultimately, this will peg into the side right here. So I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. Pivot point. And we're going to go ahead and bring them up. So pivot pegs in there, cleans up nice. And I got crap all in my eyes. And this one pivots up. Bam. Nice and tight. Alright, so yeah, we have them in a split. And there's two tabs right here on the back of the thighs. These are the back of the thighs. You want to flip those up. They essentially lock these two the thigh because for the transformation separates or kind of moves over to the side like this. See that? Kind of just comes out to that right angle right there. So you want to do the same thing on this side. And we're going to flip them around. So we're going to flip these panels out so we can get these from the knee down part of the leg to face forward. So pop that panel there, pop this one there, and go ahead and swing it out. Go ahead and swing it out. All right, and for the legs, now we want to, and again at that thigh part right there, we want to have that collapse like that, and then we want to bring it around. Yeah. And bring it around, and you can see that tab. I'm trying to make sure it's on the camera. That tab and that tab. So there's two, a longer one and a shorter one. So the shorter one goes into this bigger female slot, and then right here in between where this joint is where the large one will go. So we want to, and this can be kind of tricky sometimes, so you want to make sure it's lined up like that. Make sure it's lined up, and then you can push it in and it'll snap in. Sometimes that can be kind of difficult. The first time I transformed this guy wasn't as easy. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Get it back at that right angle and bring it on around. Sorry, yeah, at the right angle and bring it on around. Make sure it's lined up. And that piece popped off like I told you it would. And there you go. And make sure. And it snapped in. So we're good as far as that goes. You can put it back down. And now we can swing this part to the front. Swing that around. Swing that around. And again, very annoying. So I'm going to put that back there where it's supposed to go and continue on. Alright, so we want to get these panels closed and start closing some of the panels. So there's a female peg right end of the peg and the male end. So I want to get that snapped in there. And want to do the same on the other side. And on the bottom, so those same thigh pins that was keeping the thighs connected in bot mode, they kind of keep this sturdy too. So you take it and just flip it over that little notch right there. And this one was already on, so I just flip those over. And yeah. And let's see what else. Oh, we have to close these panels too. And again, those little panels right there are just irritating, man. Very irritating because they pop off so easily. But we're just closing that in like that. And we're going to close that end like that. If I can peg in. Let's see, there it is. Lined up, go in. And There it is. Let's head to line it up. And what else do we have? And we want to, do the feet and the wheels. So, believe it or not, he has wheels that actually roll. They don't roll the best, but they are wheels. So, fold the feet down. Fold the feet down. Very G1 toy-esque. And we want to fold down the rear wheel, which is hidden under his butt flap. So flip that down, close the butt flap back up, and we're essentially done. So we had the hip skirts up when we were doing the leg transformations. We can put that back down so you can have full range of the petri dish or whatever that's called. We could have put this on a while ago, but might as well just go ahead and put it on now. And you know what? I had my camera pointing at a bad angle. I apologize. So I just folded that back up. We're just gonna slide that back on. There you go. You can. So that's essentially it. And again, overall, it's a good piece, man. It looks good. It's high quality. And I would definitely recommend this if you're in the market for a masterpiece Perceptor. This is probably the definitive one right now. And yeah, it's pretty good. So thank you for checking me out. Peace.